Please don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of new daily videos.
Okay, Reddit, I need to know if I'm a terrible person because what I did felt glorious. Long-time lurker, first-time poster on a throwaway account. My husband Derek and I were so excited to be having our first baby. We bought a fixer-upper and the first room we poured our hearts into was the nursery. We painted it a soft sage green, picked out adorable woodland creature decals, and I spent weeks crocheting a special blanket to hang on the wall, a pattern my own grandmother taught me. It was our space, our vision. Derek, my husband, was completely on board, helping me put together the crib and tiny dresser. It felt perfect. Now my mother-in-law, Gloria Ironside, has always been. A lot. She's the type who helps by taking over. My husband is a wonderful man, but he has a major blind spot for his mom. Early in our marriage, she'd often reorganize our kitchen after visiting or comment on my cooking as if she was my personal culinary critic. I tried to just let it go, chalking it up to her loving nature. Fast forward to when I was about 7 months pregnant. We went on a planned baby moon weekend, just a couple of nights away before baby arrived. We'd given Gloria a spare key months ago, just in case. A mistake, I now know. When we got back, tired but happy, we walked into the nursery and my jaw dropped. The sage green walls were now a Pepto-Bismol pink, complete with giant, garish teddy bear decals. My special crocheted blanket was gone, replaced by a store-bought frilly monstrosity. My carefully arranged furniture was completely reconfigured, and all the books my husband and I had collected were gone, replaced by a stack of books Gloria had apparently bought. I just stood there, tears silently streaming down my face. My husband, seeing my distress, immediately called his mom. Her explanation: "Oh, darling Elise, I just saw how tired you were, and that green was just so dull for a baby. I know exactly what a nursery needs. You're just so emotional now, it's the hormones." And then the waterworks started for my husband, complete with sniffles about how ungrateful I was. My husband, bless his heart, actually came back and tried to tell me, "She just wants to help, honey. She didn't mean anything by it." It took a solid day of him seeing how crushed I was, and me calmly explaining how deeply disrespectful it was to invade our private space, for him to really get it. We put most things back, but the pink paint stayed for a while because I just didn't have the energy to repaint. I learned my lesson, though. Gloria always had that little glint in her eye, that subtle smirk, when she knew she'd pushed a boundary and gotten away with it. So this past month, Gloria had a minor outpatient surgery. My husband was checking on her house daily, watering plants, getting mail. And guess what? I got myself a copy of that spare key. My husband was clueless. I took 2 days off work, claiming a nasty, cold, perfect timing, really. While Gloria was home recuperating and my husband was at his job, I let myself into her house. Gloria's home is her sanctuary, every item meticulously placed, every closet organized by color and season. It's almost pathological. I went to work. Her prized linen closet, which looked like a museum exhibit, was my first target. I rearranged everything. Towels that were folded with military precision, now just casually stacked. Guest bathroom towels mixed with master bath towels. Then her pantry. Items moved to different shelves, some expired spices, a few months past, but still perfectly fine, discreetly tossed. And her display shelves in the living room filled with porcelain figurines and family photos. I decluttered them, moving figurines to the back, replacing prime photo spots with some random trinkets I found in a drawer. I even slightly turned a few of her framed pictures askew. On the day my husband picked her up from the hospital, I offered to go with him to help Gloria settle in. He was surprised but happy. When we got to her house, she immediately noticed something was off. Her eyes narrowed. "Derek, what have you done to my towels?" she demanded. My husband, completely innocent, just said, "We just brought in the mail, Mom." I chimed in sweetly. "Oh, Gloria, I saw they were a bit messy and I tidied up for you while Derek was busy. You've been through so much." She walked into the living room, saw her shelves, and her face went beet red. My collection, who moved my pictures?" She looked at me, fury in her eyes, but she couldn't accuse me of rearranging her house without exposing her own past actions. I just gave her the most innocent, helpful smile I could muster. And just as my husband turned his back to help her sit down, I gave her her own signature, subtle, almost imperceptible nod. The one that says, I know what you did, and now you know what I did. She was absolutely speechless, vibrating with anger, but couldn't say a word. My husband later told me she was in a foul mood all evening, complaining about things being out of place, but couldn't put her finger on how or why. He just chalked it up to post-surgery confusion. Am I a monster? Yes. Was it petty? Absolutely. Did it feel amazing? You have no idea. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I hear the baby giggling in her still pink nursery. The community offered overwhelming support for Elise, with many calling her actions genius and brilliant for giving Gloria a taste of her own medicine. Readers universally agreed that Gloria's boundary-stomping behavior justified the subtle retaliation and advised Elise to continue setting firm boundaries to protect her new family. User Boundary Queen said, "Oh my God, you are an absolute legend. This is the most satisfying revenge story I've read in ages. She deserved every single bit of that. Keep that key and keep that knot handy. She crossed a huge line with your nursery, and you taught her exactly why that's not okay. Your feelings are completely valid, and frankly, you're a genius." User Petty Pro said, "I'm printing this out and framing it. My own mother-in-law rearranged my medicine cabinet once, claiming things were getting moldy. They weren't. I've often dreamed of something like this. The nod is just chef's kiss. You absolutely did the right thing. This wasn't about being mean, it was about showing her how her actions feel when she can't gaslight her way out of it." User Just Asking asked, "While I totally get your frustration, do you think this might escalate things? What if she finds out for sure or guesses and then tries to get back at you in an even worse way? Sometimes direct communication, even if difficult, prevents a cycle of passive aggression."
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button to like it. And please do subscribe to support the channel.